Welcome back to the Weld channel. In this episode, I'll be doing some body work, installing the temporary drive shaft, and apparently I don't smile enough, so I'm going to work on smiling a little more. Okay, I've got the sheared piece in place. Looks like it's got a pretty good fit. Seam there is not bad. All the way across. A little bit of a gap up there, but I think I can work with that. And then down that edge. Time to weld it in place. Okay, this is after probably 3 passes of little tack welding. I still got a couple more to go. Looks pretty bad now. But after the last welding and final grinding, that should be pretty smooth. So over here, we've got to fill in this main piece. I've got this upper piece formed. It's got to be rolled a little bit and welded in up top here. And then I'll have to form another piece to roll on to match that curvature there. Okay, now I've got this panel all welded in. Well, it's not completely welded. It's all pretty much tacked in. And now I'm going to go in off camera and I'll weld more tacks between all of these until it's pretty much a continuous weld. And then I'm going to grind it down. And I'll get you guys back and bring you back in after I've got this all fully welded and just prior to grinding, to give you a little bit of an idea what it's going to look like before I grind it. And then after I get it all ground down, I'll show you what that'll look like when it's all finished. Okay, I think this is about where I'm going to wrap this episode up. I mentioned earlier that I was going to show you what the welding looks like when I get it all tacked together, but I went ahead and started doing some grinding. But down here I haven't ground yet, but after you get all those tacks welded together, that's pretty much what it looks like. Looks pretty rough. But then you start grinding, and this through here, horizontally across here, is pretty much what it looks like after you get it ground smooth. The dark spots you see there, those are real low spots, and that will be filled with Bondo or body filler. And it'll all be leveled out, sanding. There's still more grinding needs to be done here, but I'm not planning on finished grinding everything right now, so that's why I'm going to end this here. There's a lot more that needs to be welded and then ground, but I really want to get everything else kind of mocked up before I do. All this is more finish work. So anyway, appreciate y'all being here and watching me work on this. In episode 3, I want to start working on taillights in the back end, and it's something that I'm going to have Lindsay work on. She needs to do some of the sheet metal work and grinding and all that, because it's so much fun. And I know she likes doing that monotonous type work. So anyway, till next time, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Welcome back to the I told you I suck at this. Welcome back to the Weld channel. Maya, welcome back to the Weld channel. Welcome back to the Weld channel. In this episode, I'm going to try to do some body work. Welcome back to the Weld channel. In this episode, we're going to continue on the rat rod. I'm going to work on the body. Welcome to the Weld channel. Welcome back to the Weld channel. Welcome back to the body channel. What the hell? In this episode, I'm going to try and do something.